Hi everyone, I'm just working on Scott McLaughlin's Chalumeau Venting Study number 1, and I wanted to make a little video just to talk you through some of my strategies for learning this. As you may have noticed, it's a little bit tricky because you have these unfilled note heads and they represent fingerings rather than pitches. And they usually, well in this case they're always about taking fingers off rather than putting them on. So it's a little bit of a kind of pat your head, rub your tummy sort of situation. The notation here, I'm not sure that there's a better way to notate this. I'm not sure there's an ideal way to notate this on its own, because as it is, what I find is they spend a lot of time sort of squinting at the score and having to reread things over and over again, and they don't tend to get into my muscle memory, and they don't become sight-readable. They aren't sight-readable. So what I've done here, as you can see, is I've just written above the letter name to just kind of give myself a little aide-memoire so that I can read it a little bit more quickly. And I've written letter names instead of putting fingerings in, and it's really just to kind of like bolster the effect of the notation so that you don't have to like work out, is that a C and a D, and then was that there before, and all of this. You can also see that I changed system, so I haven't quite worked out exactly what I'm going to do. So in measure 19 I start putting minus signs to indicate what I'm taking off, and I wasn't doing that at the beginning. So it's sort of in development and trying to work out what works best for me for this piece. And I think that applies to a lot of contemporary music. You have to adapt the notation, adapt your annotation systems based on what's going on with that piece, what technique it's asking you to do, and just find something that works for your memory. You know, I've got students who are, I don't know, feel like a little bit ashamed about needing to write things in, but I write tons of stuff in, and I use colors on the iPad here, and I do whatever it takes to kind of just create that sort of flip the switch in my brain so that I can just carry on and I don't need to think too much about the actual technique, and I'm just thinking about music then. So I hope that helps, just to give you an idea of how you can adapt things a little bit, even in kind of sort of really fast way, just to start getting this stuff under your fingers. I think it's going to be really good for your technique and really good for thinking about the clarinet in a totally different way. So have fun.